what we do, see, suppose there is CH3, we do selenium dioxide water. So active methyl or methylene group is converted to corresponding C double bond O group. So becoming RC double bond O, C double bond O, H. If it is having RCH2, C double bond O, CH3, you have RC double bond O, C double bond O, CH3. If we have RCH, CH3, C double bond O, CH3, this will be converted to RCH, CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, H. So what is this? Notable point in this reaction is, write down, active methylene or methyl group is converted to, active methylene or methyl group is converted to corresponding C double bond O group. Okay, CH2 group is converted to, CH2 group is converted to C double bond O group. CH2 group is converted to C double bond O group. Alright, so C double bond O group. Second point is, if there is carbon to carbon multiple bond, then carbon to carbon multiple bonded alpha position or adjacent to carbon multiple bond, that groups is converted to OH group. What does it mean? Let's say we have taken this example. Suppose we have double bond over here and we use selenium dioxide water. So this is converted to COH, H and H. Further they can be oxidized to ketone, aldehyde or ketone, that is different issue. If it is triple bond, if we have triple bond, then we use selenium dioxide water. So this will be converted to C double bond OH. If this is selenium dioxide water is used, this will be converted to OH. That mechanism we did earlier itself. C double bond O. Alright. Similarly, if we have CH3, CH3, double bond C, HCH3, and we use selenium dioxide water, this will be converted to C double bond OH, C, CH3, double bond C, CH3H. So active methylene group is converted to C double bond O group. If there is carbon to carbon double bond, that is converted to alcoholic group. Carbon to carbon triple bond, adjacent active methyl or methylene group is converted to aldehyde group. Again over here, this is OH, this will be converted to ketone. This OH further can be oxidized. This allylic alcohol further can be oxidized, and if it is oxidized to corresponding ketone. Similarly over here, this allylic alcohol further gets oxidized, alright, not in presence of this, by using another oxidizing agent to becoming aldehyde. So further it needs some oxidizing agent to do the reactions. MnO2 is best method by using MnO2. Do the reaction. Alright? Okay. So this is all about oxidation of alcohol by the use of different oxidizing agent. Okay. Now we'll do the chemical test for aldehyde and ketones. Chemical test for aldehyde and ketones. So chemical test for aldehyde and ketones. Again, this is what? This is oxidative test. Oxidative test. This method is used to distinguish aldehyde and ketones. What happens actually? Aldehyde is a good reducing agent than ketones, because oxidation of aldehyde easily takes place by the cleavage of carbon-hydrogen bond. Oxidation of ketone causes the cleavage of carbon to carbon sigma bond, and which is little difficult, alright, than that of aldehyde breaking off or cleavage of carbon to hydrogen bond. Therefore, aldehyde easily gets oxidized to corresponding carboxylic acid, while ketone requires a drastic condition to oxidize them. Simply we can say, if there is silver ions Ag plus or cupric ions U2 plus in basic medium, aldehyde will reduce Ag plus and Cu2 plus easily, but ketones do not reduce Ag plus or Cu2 plus. Therefore, this method, this reaction, this test is exploited. This is used for the test of aldehydes, to differentiate aldehydes from ketones. Alright? And in this sequence, the very first reagent which is used is Tollens reagent. The first reagent used is Tollens reagent. Well-known Tollens reagent. Tollens reagent is ammonical silver nitrate solution. Tollens reagent is ammonical silver nitrate solution. So हम लोग क्या करेंगे इसमें? Ammonical silver nitrate solution में कैसे हम लोग ऑक्सीडाइज करेंगे aldehydes को और ketones को कैसे डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे? See now, ammonical silver nitrate solution. Ammonical silver nitrate solution. Silver nitrate solution is called as Tollens reagent. This is very useful reagent used to test aldehyde, differentiate aldehyde from ketones. Okay. So first of all, what happened over there? ammonical nitrate solution. Ammonical silver nitrate solution. So we have taken silver nitrate in ammonia solution, that is ammonium hydroxide. So AgNO3 in ammonium hydroxide will be converted to Ag2O plus ammonium nitrate plus water. Ag2O plus ammonium nitrate plus water. Now Ag2O further, Ag2O silver oxide further dissolved in ammonia solution to form AgNH3 taken twice plus and OH minus. So this is plus and OH minus. This is called as Tollens reagent. Tollens reagent. Either this can be used as Tollens reagent or this can be used as Tollens reagent. 1 second please. Either this can be used as Tollens reagent or this can be used as Tollens reagent. This reaction takes place, this reaction occurs in alkaline medium. Therefore, in alkaline medium, aldehyde gets oxidized to corresponding carboxylic acid, while this silver ion gets reduced to corresponding silver. Okay, what happens? See, suppose there is formaldehyde. We will start from formaldehyde HCHO. And we have used what? Az plus simply. Az2O or AgNH3 taken twice, OH minus. This is plus, this is minus. So in presence of this, what happens? This is converted to Hc double bond O minus plus silver ion is getting reduced to silver precipitate. Alright, this is black residue, freshly washed and dried, becoming silvery precipitate, silvery PPT. Therefore, this reaction is also known as silver mirror test. Silver mirror test. Okay. Now, if we take any other aldehyde, suppose we have taken CH3, C double bond OH. We use same reagent Az plus in presence of ammonium nitrate. So what it forms? CH3, C double bond O, O minus plus. What happened? Az plus gets precipitated in the form of Az. Similarly, if you use PHC double bond OH with Tollens reagent, it gives PHC double bond O over here O minus plus Az gets precipitated. If we take ketone CH3 C double bond O CH3 in presence of Az plus and OH minus, alright, there will be no reaction. No reaction. Okay, so notable point in this reaction is, so write down the first point. Reaction takes place in alkaline medium. Reaction takes place in alkaline medium. Reaction takes place in alkaline medium. Next. All aldehyde gives positive test towards Tollens reagent. All aldehyde, formaldehyde as well as aliphatic aldehyde as well as aromatic aldehyde. So all aldehyde gives positive test towards Tollens reagent. Next, ketone do not respond this test. Ketone do not respond this test. Ketone do not respond this test. Next. Next. Alpha terminal hydroxy ketone. Alpha terminal hydroxy ketone, however, will respond this test positively. Alpha terminal hydroxy ketone, however, will respond this test positively because terminal alpha hydroxy ketone in alkaline solution gets converted to corresponding aldehyde through indiol rearrangement. Through indiol rearrangement. How it is see? Suppose we have CH2OH and C double bond O. In alkaline solution, what happened? This will become C double bond C OH OH. This is indiol, and this indiol undergo rearrangement to give corresponding aldehyde. Indiol arrangement gives corresponding converted to aldehyde. So this is converted to aldehyde. Now this will give positive test towards Tollens reagent, Ag2O in ammonium hydroxide. So this will become C double bond O, O minus, CH, OH. This plus silver gets precipitated in the form of Ag. So silver ion gets precipitated. Next, this is completed. Then next, formic acid and acetylene and terminal alkyne will give positive test, will respond positively towards Tollens reagent. Respond positively towards Tollens reagent. Okay. Again, see, if there is glucose will respond this test positively by the use of silver oxide in ammonium hydroxide, will respond positively and becoming CO minus. Over here is OH, H, OH, H. So this is D-glucose. This will respond this test positively because they are containing aldehyde group is converted to corresponding carboxylic salt, and silver ion is precipitated in the form of silver mirror. If there is ketone, that is fructose. If we take fructose, CH2OH, C double bond O, then CH2OH, CHOH, and then CHOH. This is fructose. And naturally occurring fructose is in the form of L. So let's say over here OH and over here OH. So this is L fructose. When this L fructose is added to Ag2O and ammonium hydroxide, this is Tollens reacid, they will respond positively. So they will respond positively. Why? Because in alkaline solution, they will be converted to glucose structure. And since they will be converted to glucose structure because there is terminal hydroxy group, therefore this glucose that is having aldehyde group is responded positively and gives silver mirror test. So glucose as well as fructose, despite of the presence of C double bond O group in fructose, they will respond this test positively because in alkaline solution they will be converted to corresponding aldehyde through indiol rearrangement. Alright, next point in this test, this reagent is used to differentiate sugar into reducing and non-reducing group. This test is used to differentiate sugar in reducing and non-reducing group. Reducing and non-reducing group. What is reducing sugar? What is reducing group? That is such sugar, monosaccharide or oligosaccharide, not polysaccharide. Such sugar which is monosaccharide and oligosaccharide, where hemiacetal carbon is in the form of where hemiacetal carbon is in the form of hemiacetal, not acetal, will respond this test positively. And reduces silver ion into metallic silver, and hence they are called as reducing sugar. What does it mean? Any sugar which is where the first carbon is in the form of hemiacetal, that is first carbon is hemiacetal, not acetal, that hemiacetal carbon can be converted to corresponding aldehyde group in alkaline solution, and hence they will respond this test positively and it will be classified as reducing sugar. But a sugar where first carbon is in the form of acetal, as you know, we have discussed, acetals are stable in alkaline solution and they will not respond this test positively because that acetal cannot be converted to aldehyde, alright, back. So therefore, any sugar where first carbon is in the form of a hemiacetal, they will respond this test positively no matter whether they are sugar, monosaccharide or oligosaccharide. But if it is first carbon is in the form of acetal, and how it will be in acetal already I have discussed in biomolecules, where there is 1,1 glycosidic linkage. If there is 1,1 dash glycosidic linkage is there, then first carbon will be in the form of acetal and they will not respond this test positively. Alright, this is about Tollens test and Tollens reagent. Alright, next is, so mind it, notable point is Tollens test is being performed by aldehyde, all aldehyde, not ketones. No matter whether aldehyde is aliphatic aldehyde or aromatic aldehyde. But ketone will not respond this test positively. However, if there is terminal hydroxy ketone will respond this test positively because terminal hydroxyketone will be converted to corresponding aldehyde through indiol rearrangement in alkaline solution, and in Tollens reagent acts in alkaline solution. So therefore, terminal hydroxyketone will respond, non-terminal hydroxyketone will not respond this test positively. Alright? Okay. Next chemical test of this aldehyde ketone says that is Fehling solution. Fehling solution. It is an alkaline solution of cupric ion. It is an alkaline solution of cupric ion complexed with tartarate ion. Complexed with tartarate ion. Okay, it is prepared by mixing an aqueous copper sulfate solution. It is prepared by mixing an aqueous copper sulfate solution which is called as Fehling solution 1. It is prepared by mixing an aqueous copper sulfate solution with an equal volume of an alkaline solution of sodium potassium tartarate. Alkaline solution of sodium potassium tartarate. Alkaline solution of sodium potassium tartarate, which is commonly known as Rochelle salt, which is Fehling solution 2. Which is Fehling solution 2. So, an aqueous copper sulfate solution with sodium potassium tartarate solution, which is Rochelle salt, alright, which is Fehling solution 2. By mixing these two, we'll get a solution which is called as Fehling solution. Okay, so this solution will form a complex with copper 2 plus ion. Alright, so how it is complex? This is aqueous copper sulfate solution is CuSO4 plus sodium potassium tartarate, that is COH, H, over here C double bond O minus Na plus, C double bond O minus Na plus, K plus, sodium potassium tartarate. This is Rochelle salt. They will form a complex. Okay, so what will be the structure of this complex? See, there is copper 2 plus ion. Over here OH, CH, OH, there is C double bond O minus, C double bond O minus. Over here CH, at this place C double bond O minus, at this place C double bond O minus. So at this place there is Na plus, K plus, Na plus, K plus. Now this OH, which is having electron pair, will complex them like this. So chelate them simply This lone pair is given to them. 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 And the complex is formed like this, where Cu attached with oxygen, this is CH, over here C double bond O minus, Na plus, C double bond O minus, K plus, again oxygen CH, over here C double bond O minus, Na plus, C double bond O minus, K plus. This complex structure is formed, which is called as copper tartarate. Tartarate, known as Fehling solution. Okay. Now, when aliphatic aldehyde is heated with Fehling solution, aliphatic aldehyde is heated with Fehling solution, a deep blue color of the reagent is discharged. A deep blue color of the reagent is discharged and forms corresponding red colored precipitate Okay. Therefore, aliphatic aldehyde only, RCHO. When it is treated with Cu2 plus, it will become, again solution is alkaline, so there will be RC double bond O minus plus Cu plus. It was blue colored solution that is getting discharged, and it forms red PPT of cuprous oxide. So aliphatic aldehyde is getting oxidized to corresponding carboxylic acid salt. Since it is mild oxidizer, therefore ketone RC double bond O R dash and aromatic aldehyde will not be oxidized. Ketone and aromatic aldehyde will not be oxidized because it is mild oxidizer. Therefore, Fehling solution is a test of distinction of Fehling solution is exploited to distinguish aliphatic and aromatic aldehyde. Aliphatic aldehyde will respond this test positively, while aromatic aldehyde will not respond this test positively. Even ketone will not respond this test positively. Okay. Next point. Terminal hydroxyketone will respond this test positively. Terminal hydroxyketone will respond this test positively. Terminal hydroxyketone will respond this test positively. And hence, this reagent is also used in place of Tollens reagent to classify sugar as reducing and non-reducing form. to classify sugar as reducing and non-reducing form. To classify sugar as reducing and non-reducing form. Okay, all right. So this is about failing solution. Next is Benedict solution. Benedict solution. See, Benedict solution. Benedict solution is what? That is, write down, an alkaline solution of cupric ion complexed with citrate ion. An alkaline solution of cupric ion complexed with citrate ion is called as Benedict solution. It is prepared by mixing copper sulfate. It is prepared by mixing copper sulfate, sodium citrate, sodium citrate, and sodium carbonate in water. The presence of citrate ion maintains the alkalinity of medium. It is a deep blue solution. It is deep blue solution. It is deep blue solution. See what is that? We have taken copper sulfate, alright, and this copper sulfate in sodium carbonate and water, it will be in the form of cupric hydroxide CuOH taken twice plus sodium sulfate Na2SO4. Alright, Na2SO4. So CuSO4 solution when mixed with copper sulfate, alright, CuSO4 solution, copper sulfate, when mixed with sodium carbonate and water, it forms cupric hydroxide, which is blue colored solution. Sodium carbonate and copper sulfate by double decomposition, sodium sulfate, H2 and CO2 will be becoming H2CO3. Okay. Now when copper hydroxide is mixed with sodium citrate, CH2, C double bond O, O minus, Na plus. CO minus, you can say OH, C double bond O, O minus, Na plus. Over here, CH2, C double bond O, O minus, Na plus. This is sodium citrate. Then they will form a complex. Alright. Where this oxygen and this oxygen, alright, will access, this oxygen and this oxygen will access ligand and they will complex with this Cu2 plus ion. Alright, they will complex with this Cu2 plus ion. So complex which is being formed by copper hydroxide and sodium citrate will be called as Benedict solution. Aliphatic aldehyde will respond this test positively. Write down. Aliphatic aldehyde will respond this test positively. Aliphatic aldehyde will respond this test positively. While ketone and aromatic aldehyde will not respond this test positively. While ketone and aromatic aldehyde will not respond this test positively. That is, their action is similar to that of failing solution. reaction is similar to that of failing solution. Okay. If you want to draw the structure, you can do this. This oxygen and this oxygen will act as a ligand and complex with this copper 2 plus ion. So copper 2 plus ion is there, and over here this CO CH2 C double bond O minus. There is OH. At this place there is CH2 C double bond O minus Na plus. Over here CH2 C double bond O minus Na plus. Similarly, over here COH. At this place there is CH2 C double bond O minus Na plus. At this place there is CH2 C double bond O minus Na plus. And now this carbon is attached with CH2 C double bond O minus Na plus. So this will be complex like this. This electron pair is given to this copper. This electron pair is given to this copper 2 plus. This electron pair is given. This electron pair is given. And then it forms a complex. Their action is similar to that of failing solution. So then copper attached with this oxygen, this carbon, this CH2, this C double bond O attached like this. Over here CH2CO minus and CH2CO minus. Again at this place there is oxygen. At this place there is oxygen. This oxygen is connected with C double bond O. This is connected with C. They are having CH2 C double bond O minus Na plus, as well as CH2 C double bond O minus Na plus. This carbon is attached with another carbon CH. This carbon is attached with CH2, in fact CH2, and this is attached with this oxygen having 2 CH2 CO minus. This is cupric citrate. Okay. So all aliphatic aldehyde will respond this test positively. Red colored pipette is formed of cupric oxide. Blue color is discharged. If it is ketone, they will not respond. If it is benzaldehyde, that is also remains unaffected, no reaction, because it is again mild oxidizer. Alright, this is about the chemical test for aldehyde and ketones. Alright, so this is all about the oxidation reaction of aldehyde and ketones. Okay, in next video we will discuss about the reduction reaction of aldehyde and ketones and reactions due to a presence or absence of alpha hydrogen. So remaining part we will do in next video. Thank you very much. Thank you.